You just talk about you got a couple runners on the first, but you get out of it, and then by the time you take them out on their second, your teammates have given you some run support. But coming out there and settling in maybe in the second inning.
Yeah, the first inning was fine. I mean, I had a ground ball to third, and, it was an error, and then I had Ramirez up, and I walked him, but I was pitching around him. Wasn't going to let him beat me. So it was a good first inning too. I really didn't have any trouble until later in the game.
Did you feel efficient out there? It seemed like you were working pretty quickly through those middle innings.
Yeah, I was throwing a lot of strikes. Getting some quick outs. When you're pounding the strikes on, they kind of got to swing earlier. So it enabled me to get some quick innings.
What pitch did you have the most confidence in today?
I didn't throw as many breaking pitches as I normally do. I had a pretty good cutter. I mainly threw two-seamers and cutters probably the majority of the game, and it worked pretty well.
Does the team have a confidence in playing the Cubs? They've had a pretty good track record against them the last couple of seasons.
Yeah, I don't know. Obviously, this is my first season here, and coming over, we've done well against them so far this year, but I really couldn't speak to how they feel about playing them in the past years.
Is it a challenge having to sit in the dugout when those long innings are going on?
No, it doesn't bother me. When I'm warming up before the game, I finish early. I always I like kind of sitting down for a while before. And usually when you're having long innings like that, you're getting some runs, and that makes it easier for you to go out there and pitch. So it doesn't bother me at all.
What do you sort of do to stay locked in during those long stretches? I mean, do you like to talk to the people, or you just staring straight at the game?
No, I don't have a certain. I'm not sitting there quietly, or I'll talk to some guys. Or I'm paying attention to the game the whole time during the game. So, but I'm not one of those guys that kind of sits there in the corner and doesn't talk to anybody. I'm just trying to be involved in the game and paying attention to what's going on.
Is there some guys that they don't want anybody around?
Yeah, there's a million different personalities. Some guys you don't hear a word out of them the whole game. Some guys like to talk a lot. I'm just kind of how I am any other day on the bench.
How does it affect your confidence when you know if you can go strong 6-7 innings, you hand it over to a bullpen that's really one of the better ones, plus a closer who hasn't blown the save yet?
It's huge, because you usually end up losing or not winning a couple games that you come out of with a lead, and to have those guys come in there and get you the win the majority of the time, it is huge, because that doesn't show up, all the good games that you should have won but didn't because your bullpen didn't get the job done. That doesn't show up in your record. And I have quite a few wins this year because the bullpen's pitched very well in all of my starts.
Trying to ride the wind in that 5-hole left, weren't you?
Yeah, bad day to hit it, but
one more biscuit in the morning. Some days that ball would have been on wave when they have it.
Going hard out, I might have had a chance. But.
You're the first NL starter to 7 wins. Is that significant to you, or do you just care about what you're doing, not in comparison to everybody else?
No, I mean it's nice to have the wins. I'm not really concerned about where I rank, kind of compared to everybody else. But it's kind of the how I've focused on baseball the last few years is not so much on ERA and things like that, more on trying to put my team in a position to win, whether that be I gave up 5 and we scored 7, or I gave up none and we scored 1, and that's what I've been trying to do the last couple of years, and so it's nice to get the wins out of them.
How would you assess your first third or so of the season, both the results that you've gotten and the process by which you've gotten?
I think it's been good. I think I've thrown the ball well. Almost out of 11 starts, probably 10 times I was happy with the way I threw the ball. So that's a really good percentage for me. And I think with the way we've played behind me, it makes my year look a little better. Obviously, the bullpen's pitched great. We scored runs, and that just helps your confidence. To get some of those wins are hard to come by. To get some early, it definitely takes some of the pressure off you later in the year.
Thanks, Kevin.